Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dedun Oluwo. I promise to share my success story with you guys, even though it's a few days late. I'm really sorry about that. So I have here a few questions that my friend compiled for me, so that it will be easier to actually talk to. Don't mind me if I look down on my phone. I'm trying to look at the next question. Okay, so the first part is a brief intro about me. I already said my name, Adedumola Oluwo, and Dedu was coined from Adedumola, Dedun. I'm from a family of four: my mom, two brothers, and myself. Uh, I'm a doctor. Yay! It's still taking some time to sink in, but I'm a fresh medical graduate, and I'm also an entrepreneur. I have a couple of businesses, but I'll get into that later. I live in Debrecen, Hungary for now, and yeah, that's about it. Oh, okay. I'm a 24-year-old. Did I mention that before? I'm not sure. Okay, next question. What do I do? Alright, this girl. Okay, I'm a medical doctor, but fresh one. And most of what I do right now is I'm an entrepreneur. I have a couple of businesses. I have Dedun's Cakes, Hair by Dedu, Bell Artistry by Dedu, and Dedu Cooks. So I'll explain those later though. Why medicine? Trust me, it's actually a very long story. Or is it? Maybe I'm just trying to form a long story. But when I was younger, I actually said I always wanted to be a medical doctor. But everyone in my house is an engineer. My mom, my two brothers, they're all engineers by degree. And I was like, nah, I can't do engineering anymore. But my brother and my mom were like, well, Dumola, you're good in physics and math. I think you should actually do engineering. I was so stubborn. I was like, no. I really wanted to do medicine. So my mom was like, okay, get a Binejo form. I was like, no, I'm not going to Binejo. You sent my two brothers to school abroad. It's now me, you know, so I should stay in Nigeria. I said, no, I don't want to. Plus, the Binejo was having accreditation issues. So I said I really didn't want to go. And eventually I had to go to A levels because I was waiting for my JAM result, I think. Was it JAM? No, there was one result I was waiting for, that I just didn't want to stay at home. So I had to go and do my A levels. And after A levels, I was like, yay, I'm going to go to UK, until that result came out and it wasn't like great for medicine. So along the way, so I'm already saying like another story within that question. So along the way, the school I did my A levels, they affiliated with this school. I went for the exam, and unfortunately or fortunately, I didn't know there was going to be an exam actually. I thought it was just going to be an interview and that was it. But there was like an exam for physics, chemistry, and math, and I didn't do quite well. So I was given the foundation year instead of medical school. I was really distraught actually because I was like, am I doing this whole thing over again? But I eventually just took the offer and came here 2009 September for my foundation year. Yep. How was the journey? The journey was what's the right word? Honestly, I can't find the right word for the journey, but it was very long. Being in one place, one environment for 7 years is long, especially when it's not like you're living there, working and all that, but you're in school doing the same thing over and over again. It was really tiring, but I thank God that journey is over now. Why did I decide to go into the business world? Now, they say it's crayfish. I mean, what does that word? What makes fish bend? Condition. It was conditioned, to be honest, because when I first came here, I was not getting like enough money for pocket money. Like I started from the bottom, but even at that bottom, I was still able to, cut my coats according to my size, and eventually I just realized that no, you know what, you actually have to look for another way to make money. And especially then we're not that much in Debrecen, so it was actually very easy to get yourself out there compared to now that we're a lot. You really have to work harder to get yourself known. So I started with hair when I first came in, and I was making like some little change from that. Then in second year, I just decided that I wanted to learn how to bake, not for money actually, it was just for fun. And after a while, a friend just came to my house and tasted my cake and ordered. So that was how Dedun's Cakes was born. And I just realized that, wait, I can actually do this. So I think that was actually why I stayed in business. Not really why I started, but I stayed in business because I realized there's something I could do, and I was actually very good at it. How did I start? Okay, I already mentioned how I started Dedun's cakes, and also hair by Dedun. But the makeup part, that makeup one is still the most shocking one because actually I just started that one this year, and it was just out of fun. Like, I kid you not. I think I like the fact that whenever I'm interested in something, I'm not interested in it because of the money. I'm doing it because I'm enjoying it. Because for makeup, I actually never in a million years thought I'll be interested in learning how to do makeup. So when I actually found myself doing it when I was in Malta earlier this year, I was actually enjoying it. So since then, I've been working on my skills and trying to get certified. Yeah, I actually have makeup exam at the end of this week. So that's how I started. Actually, it just starts from trying to learn for fun, and it just grows up from there. And for Dedun's cooks, I've been cooking for a long time. It's not something I'm very consistent in, just something I do when I actually have the time to do something extra. Yeah. My challenges were a lot, trust me, especially during exam period. Like, I don't close my businesses during exam period, so I usually combine exams and then baking or cooking, not really, but baking and making hair for people. I combine during exam period because that money has to keep flowing in. So the challenges were actually very there. I wouldn't lie to you and say I'm superwoman or something, but I think adequate planning and strategizing actually what made me overcome those challenges. And yeah, I triumphed. I can say that I actually triumphed. 6 years plus 1 year foundation and business is not business. It's really not business. Well, the challenges are definitely there. What businesses am I currently into? I already mentioned those. So I have 4 businesses that I own, and currently I'm the only one running everything simultaneously together. And that is Dedun's Cakes, which is a 4-year-old baking business. Yeah, I make cakes and pastries, I love that. And Hair by Dedun is 6 years old, and Dedun Cooks. I think I did it. I started about 4 years ago, like into it, about 4 years ago. And Bell Artistry by Dedun is yet to be very official, but maybe let's say about like September. Yes, about 8 months now. How did I combine the businesses with the tedious demands of medical school? Like I said already, it was very challenging. Like, there were times where I'll be like, let me just throw in the towel and stay in my own lane and stay in my house and not listen to anybody that wants to order anything from me. But I figured that I have a responsibility. People already know me that I do this thing. So when they come to me and say I can't take your order, I think it's like letting them down. And I actually don't want to let them down, actually, because I'm like the main person here in everything. So when I have to let them down, it's actually very annoying for them. And it could actually spoil one's name. I can't go back to the bottom. So I think with having in mind that I can't say no to my customers, especially the ones that are returning customers, I actually have to look for that strength and look for that time to actually take in their order, or if it's their hair, or sometimes even food here. My support through uni, I won't lie, that's been my family. Like, my family, they've been my strength. Every year they're like, when are you finishing? When are you finishing? I'll tell them 2016. It seemed very far then, but look at us now. Like, I'm done. So my mom, especially, my mom was really my support right from secondary school, when I would fail a test and I would call her, till even when I failed in some courses in, like, some chances in medical school, I'll call her and be like, oh yeah, now take the second chance, pray, I'm praying for you and everything. So I really thank God for my mom and my brother. They were really my strength and my pillar in medical school. And also my friends, obviously. They are the only family I have here in everything. So I actually have to thank my friends too. Do I wish I can change anything about my journey? I don't think so. Like, the journey has been awesome. There were times, especially in second year, when I actually thought I was going to repeat the whole year. I had physiology to teachers, and I was like, are you kidding me? Am I really going to do second year? And that really not make me feel. It's now physio in second semester. But as God will have it though, I actually passed it, and I really thank God. But that was not even the toughest part. I think the toughest part for me in medical school was was it third year or fourth year? I think it was third year because I had like three finals in 1 week. I had pathology, I had clinical biochemistry, and I had microbiology. But you won't believe when I told you that I actually passed clinical biochem and patho in that last week of exam. And luckily for me, I passed micro in the extension week. So it was really a miracle. Trust me, I can't explain to you guys, but God really, really pushed me and really, really helped me through medical school, because there were times when I just always thought I'm going to repeat, and things just happened, and I actually like passed that exam, and I never had any cause to repeat a year, and I'm really, really grateful for that, because I said, see God, by 24 I want to be done with medical school. I don't want this thing to drag on forever and ever and ever and ever. So I know there was even a time in fourth year, when I had pharmacology. It was my 8th chance, and I had not taken it to the last week of exam, only for me to be admitted at the hospital the week before. Like, I was admitted for 2 nights and 3 days, and I was released like 2 days to my pharmacology exam. Obviously, I could not study when I was in hospital, so I was like, this is my first chance. I really have to take it out. I'm not registering my exam. So I just studied like a few things I could, and I went for the exam, and I passed. I think that was probably the most shocking one for me, because I didn't go with the mindset that I was going to pass. I felt like I was not ready for that exam, obviously, but I actually went to that exam and I passed. It was very, very awesome. It was awesome. Nah. That was like the most awesome thing ever. And this 6-year journey is a really long one, because you're happy, you don't have lectures, you don't have anything, but then you realize that you even wish you had lectures. That's how stressful 6 years is. But I'm really happy that even though things didn't go according to my plans, they still worked out for good in the end, and that is why I just usually trust God that it doesn't matter if my plans don't happen the way I want them to, but I actually want His own plan to work in my life, and that's how I've actually conquered the 6th year, because there were times when I thought I was not going to graduate again in September, and there were times when I thought I was going to graduate in June. Everything was just upside down, but I'm really happy that through it all, I actually finished. Yay! Do I want to move back to Nigeria? I really wish I could, but right now I'm still here in Hungary because I have to do my masters. That's another testimony on its own. I never thought I'll be able to afford my masters, but I go have it. Like, I was able to save up enough to pay for my masters, because I told my mom that I really don't want her to bother about my masters. It is my own choice, and she has tried for me. Trust me, my mom has really tried for me. So that was another reason why I said I really have to save enough money to actually pay for my masters, and it actually happened. And that's another thing I will talk about maybe in another video or something, or maybe for my event that is happening on the 1st of October. Hey, let me just throw that in. I'll put out another video out, but let's just do that. So moving back to Nigeria is not really an option for me now. Maybe next year I might consider it, but I feel like Nigeria is not ready for me to move back, and that's the truth. Nigeria is not ready, because the whole economic breakdown that is in Nigeria right now, it won't favor me in terms of my businesses. So I really hope that Nigeria will be better and I'll move back. I'm not waiting for it to be perfect, but just when I'll actually move back and I'll be happy I moved back. So I'm waiting for that moment. My plans moving forward, I already mentioned my MSc. I'm going to start my MSc next month, and grow my businesses and hire people and not just be a one-man team any longer. So just acknowledgement. I would like to thank everyone watching this. You waited for me to post this video. I'm really happy. I wish I could go in depth, but I don't want to bore you guys. It might be too long a video. And I'm just really grateful to God, first of all, for the support that He gave me, and for always pushing me to be a better person. Combining 4 businesses with medical school is not easy. Trust me, it's really not easy. Especially when people tell you, easy business she came to do here, easy business she came to do here, easy only money. And I'm always saying that it's not about money. I get bored. It is like my hands have to be doing something. And I feel like I've been doing quite well for myself. If I can actually still pass my exams, have time to study, and still do businesses at the same time. So I feel like it's just an encouragement to other people that you can actually do something for yourself, regardless of anything someone else tries to put into your mind. Just believe it. It's always in your mindset. Just believe it that you can actually do it, and push yourself to do more for yourself. Like, don't just stay in one place and be like, oh, I'm getting money from home. there will be a time where you really need that money and you can't get it from home. Do you have your own backup? It doesn't matter how old you are, you start from somewhere. I started when I was 17. I was just 17 when I moved here, so there's no excuse for anyone. Anyway, don't let me get too deep for that. So I'd like to thank my mom, my brother, my family, my friends, and everyone that just read my blog and comment sometimes. It's still in the growing process, so I understand. So yeah, I'd like to thank everyone watching, and I wish everyone the best, and I wish myself the best moving forward. Thank you very much.